to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans. With your host, Jesse, Martin.
What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
John Taman.
We finally got professional football back. This is going to be fun.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Max Taylor.
As long as you got Jaden Daniels, you got a chance to win.
Spanning the eras of Washington football. Honoring the past. Commanding the future. And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taylor.
Hey everybody, this is John. I am the world's worst podcast host on the world's greatest podcast. This is the BBP, the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. I see that spreading around like wildfire. I've seen it tagged on buildings all around the world right now. Banksy's going to put a statue up about it, from what I understand. So the BBP is catching on. If you're not part of the BBP, all you have to do is look into the wind and go. Anyway, that was super fucking corny, which is why I am the world's worst podcast host. And over there to my right, Jesse, who's going to make fun of my gloves that keep me from scratching my hands. There he is. There he is. Throwing his chin back. What did you do to your face?
Had an accident with a guard.
With a guard?
Yeah, it fell off when I was trimming. And
I thought you might have had a little prison problem there.
A guard in Ireland is a police officer. So,
yeah. That's what I thought. Maybe there he was, one of the screws held him down and shaved his face. Oh, well. You know what that makes you look like?
The captain of the Nut Squad.
That's what it does. Speaking of the Nut Squad, there's our good friend from the UK down there, from the King's Own Royal Bottle Barrow, Scott Holloway. Now, Scott, the king came over for a visit. Did you see that?
I did see that. Yeah. I did.
I should hope so. I mean, you're in control of the Port of Barrow while he's gone. You are the royal.
That is true. You had the king in tow, old sausage fingers himself. You've got to love it, haven't you?
Well, I mean, and then meeting with Donald Trump. I'm telling you, it was a
yeah.
Look,
I bet it was a meeting of minds. I'm sure.
Yeah, but I like the fact you just took the piss out of Trump solidly for 2 days without Trump realizing.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. I got to say, though, nobody could really figure out which one was Charles or Camilla until they changed clothes. And that was nice. So once they did that, we could figure it out. But anyway, the state visit is over. Charles showed up to say happy 250th. Oh, that was very gracious, I might say. Anyway, down there at the bottom, since we don't have him in the intro yet, which is why after this particular episode, I'm hoping to take a hiatus for a bit so we can get him in there. Is our good friend from Ireland, Tony Wheat. How are you today, sir? I don't even have a music for you. I got to get some Riverdance music or something.
Some Riverdance. Put me in a leprechaun costume in the intro. That's kind of thing. I'll be fine with that.
You know
that's gonna happen.
Right? It's like you have to Riverdance to get out of high school, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's part of the scene. The final exam. Actually, yeah, when I do my citizenship this year, I have a horrible feeling I'm going to have to do that.
Really? Okay, so
yeah,
best be ready.
Are you related to Michael Flatley?
No, sadly not.
Damn.
All right. Well, Commanders news. There hasn't really been any Commanders news this week. I mean, other than everybody's still basking in the draft and trying to figure out what all that's going to be all about. Looking at all these ridiculous people going around giving their grades for the draft. Oh, I gave him a B because they picked the people that I thought they should pick. Shut up.
Ridiculous.
You saw this guy from the Athletic today.
The Athletic gave us a D-.
The Athletic. Listen.
Yeah, but that was related to some weird metric, wasn't it?
Whatever. You know what kind of weird metric that is? I tell you what, this is the fuckdometron. this metric is fucked. We're going to run it through the fuckdometron here and come up with something fucked.
It was related to like value around salary and this, that, and the other and all this kind of thing.
What a load of crap.
They're just trying to fill time, aren't they, basically?
This is why you don't have bean counters in football. That's why they don't get on the field and play. They're too small and weeny. They sit over there and they go, listen, why don't we break this game down into 1 million different decimal points and round it out by pi and see what we can come up with and tell them why they got a D-. Shut up. Everybody should go over to the Athletic and give that guy a wedgie. Wouldn't you think?
Sounds fair.
I think it does sound fair, especially for a publication that relies on subscriptions. Look, man, you want people to take you seriously or not? Anyway, I think we all gave the draft an A.
Yeah.
I thought it was a solid draft.
Yeah, it was a solid. It was very solid. I think the whole offseason's been solid. Well,
yeah, that's what I say. Coupling that with the offseason additions and the Laramie Tunsil extension, which I found out today. Laramie Tunsil's got his own YouTube page, and it was an interesting.
Good amount, Scott G.
Jesus Christ! It was an interesting kind of behind the scenes, like the negotiations, because I don't think Tunsil, he doesn't have
he does himself. He negotiates himself.
So it kind of goes. The cameras were on Tunsil, obviously, even AP's on the phone. They're like, "Are we going to get this done?" And like it was pretty cool. I highly recommend. It's a Protect the Tree is the name of the podcast, and when I think of it. He's got his little crew. I think it's a 3-man crew, and it sounds like to me like Tunsil's the money tree. So he's the money maker, and the other two, his cohorts, kind of help run his. He's the business, so to speak. But
he's the entourage.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I like the hat, by the way. Was that in the swag bag that you got at the draft?
It was in the swag bag. Yes, sir.
It looks pretty sharp. I haven't gotten any of the new stuff yet, but I did take advantage of sales for the old stuff and got.
I did too. Before I got a nice Commander sweatshirt shirt with the badge on it. A nice thick hoodie for like freaking $17.
There you go.
Yeah,
whatever.
Great.
Whatever. In 10 years, it'll be nostalgic.
Yeah.
Right? It'll be vintage. Anyway, all right. So we didn't get to the second half of the draft. We only talked about picks 1 and 3 last week. We liked that a lot. By the way, if you missed it, when we made our pick of Antonio Williams, Mark Rippon, now they were booing him, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that.
Yes, Mark, it is. How are you? And I'm glad that you showed up, because now that Mark is here, we can talk about the gayest stuff that we can think of, because Mark is the one that wrote us the email. Mr. Mark wrote us an email and said to us, listen, guys, there's nothing I like better than a big-time gay fest on a Friday night. So why don't you guys just queer it up for me, because I'm coming in naked and oiled. So nice to see you, Mark. We're glad to have you.
Welcome to the BBP.
Welcome to the BBP, which for Mark, you can't make that noise because they ain't no sides touching.
God knows what BBP stands for in that case.
Good gracious.
I have no idea.
Big.
It doesn't. It stands for big black. Well, don't you dare write it in the chat, Mark. It will throw you out. All right. Anyway, we were talking about something there, and it was about Mark Rippon. Right, and that's not the Mark that I was welcoming to the show. Who was that? That is our fella. That's our guy right there, man. Yeah. I don't know who you are, but you are in. If you can play along with us like that, you're here. Good. All right, this was Mark Rippon, who you said they weren't booing him. I disagree. They were booing him.
I mean, maybe
they were. He talked.
I was in a trance just watching one of my idols growing up. Like he pointed at me, like when he came on stage, he pointed directly towards me.
Really?
He said, "Thank you for being here. You guys are fucking awesome."
He pointed at me. All right. Well, here was his entire thing.
Commander's pick is in.
Wow.
Oh, well, all right then. I don't know why you are muted there, John, but
I don't know. Mark Rippon did it. I don't know. Dude, he did go on forever talking about all kinds of things. Now, really, girls flag football in Maryland is something that I really don't care about, but maybe you do. All right. So he picked Williams. We all like Williams. Everybody's talked about Williams. We've had a lot of discussions about Williams. Jesse said the Amon-Ra St. Brown word. I didn't want to say that word, but he went ahead and said it. So
I'm not comparing him to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think this offense is going to try to use him in a similar fashion as Amon-Ra, which is to say that he'll be moved around all over the place. I mean, same with Terry, same with whoever else lines up. I don't think you can strictly classify this offense as X, Y, and Z receivers, just because of the fact that they're all movable objects and they're going to be moving pretty much every play with motion.
Yeah, it's interchangeable. They're all roughly, I shouldn't say all, the same size, because you got Burks out there. He's got some size, but most of them are pretty much right around in that same package area. I'll tell you what, I'm going to blow this at you, Scott. And there's the word blow. More gay stuff for you, Mark. Hey, I'm blowing at you, Scott. Listen, I think when people are talking about the wide receiver room right now, and they're saying that it is an extremely weak wide receiver room and that they didn't do anything over the offseason to help Jaden Daniels, are they leaving Chigakonkwo out of the equation?
Yeah, I think they are. And also at the same time, we have got some wide receiver threes. I've heard lots of shit at the minute where people are saying, get rid of McCaffrey, get rid of Jalen Lane. These are bums. After 1 year as a draft pick, when you have a certified kick returner, a certified punt returner, they're staying. No doubt about it. The people who are on the bubble here are Burks, De'Ami Brown, Van Jeffersons of the world. They're not going to make the team, or they're going to be very close
Jeffersons
to it.
of the world.
Yeah, them three. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Poor guys over in Idaho wondering what the hell he did.
But they're not going to make the team. It's going to be probably you're going to look at 7. I would say 7 receivers overall, and we can debate that at a later show.
Yeah, I want to bounce off of that for a second. I've seen a lot of freaking Luke hate, and when we picked him. When this staff drafted him, they knew this was going to be a sort of a project. He only played 2 years of receiver in his life. He was brought up as a quarterback, and the fact of the matter is, he's done more in his season and a half of playing time than De'Ami Brown has done in his entire 4-year career with us. That is including last year with the Jags. He sat on the bench most of the time. Yeah. He was hurt for like 2 or 3 games, but other than that,
1 game,
they did not fucking play him. Why? Because he wasn't good.
Yeah, he was a healthy scratch in the playoffs.
Yeah. So for those saying that De'Ami's a lock over Luke McCaffrey, please get your fucking heads checked, because that's not fucking going to happen.
Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to a pod today talking about De'Ami's role with the Jags being completely different to what it was in Washington, and they tried to make him into a Z receiver, just a pure Z receiver. Whereas for Washington, he was catching a lot of screens. He was getting a lot of deep balls as well.
He was having a lot of them go through his hands too.
Yeah, look, he never had any. He never had a great deal of consistency. He had some big plays, and towards the back end of 2024 in the playoffs, he played well. Now, if you can repeat that, great. But look, I'm not sure at this stage that. I mean, Lane will definitely make it.
Oh, yeah.
Williams is obviously going to make it. Terry's obviously going to make it. So there's
Burks is going to make it. He's the guy that gives him size.
See, I'm not too sure either.
Because they're going to be bringing somebody else in yet. They're waiting on this. They're waiting on this Ayuk thing. Will it happen? Will it not? Whatever. But I still think they'll bring somebody else in. So Luke. Who else are we talking about here? Luke.
Jalen Lane.
Well, no, I think Lane's fine.
So you think Luke's on the bump?
I think Luke's a lock.
Luke, Burks, Van Jefferson, De'Ami. There's probably max 3 slots there for 4, and that's if they don't bring somebody else in. So, and I agree. I think Jefferson and I would say, I mean, Burks is different because of his body size, and he's got that sort of bigger body thing that they're looking for, the downfield threat. So. Yeah, I think there's only probably 3 locks. I mean, it'll take a lot for McCaffrey not to make it. It'll take a miracle for Lane, or Williams obviously going to make it. But I mean, Luke had 11 catches last year before he got injured, but 3 of them were for touchdowns. His return game was good. So and as Jesse said, he's still learning the position.
That
so
tackle did knock Luke out. that tackle that knocked Luke out on that kickoff was, if that was a quarterback, that would have been flagged, because that dude freaking flopped on him hard and it just folded him, just squashed him. Let's see. Paulie, hey, what's up, Paulie? Brown has a security blanket written all over him. He is there for depth. We're going to show up with either Jennings or Ayuk. It's just how silly we're being made to wait. I mean, you know, the whole Ayuk thing. He hasn't played in 2 years and all of this other nonsense. If he comes here, whatever. If he doesn't come here, whatever. I'm content to play with what we've got.
Why don't we just pick up the phone to Jacksonville and say, listen, here's a second next year. Give us Brian Thomas Jr. Cheers. Done.
People fail to realize that they gave Diami the least amount of money out of all.
Oh, I know. Diami's not even a factor.
Out of Burks, Van Jefferson, and Diami himself, he got like $300,000 guaranteed.
Diami's got. I think. Go. I'm sorry.
I think the last roster spot's going to be either Van Jefferson or Diami Brown, and that's with the quote unquote IU coming in or somebody else. I think it's going to be a battle between those two, because I think Luke is a 1,000% lock. I have zero doubts about that, and I think Burks here too. I mean, I'm not as confident in Burks as I am Luke, but I'm pretty damn confident that this coaching staff and office really does like Burke, and I think if it doesn't work out with bringing somebody else in, Burks is going to be your number 2.
I'm thinking.
I mean, at the moment, it's kind of a high floor, low ceiling kind of
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Tony.
Because when Burks was called upon last year, he delivered, and that was kind of the same way with Luke. When he was called upon, he delivered. You just got to throw him the ball. He creates separation. He did that ever since his rookie season. We see it all over the all 22. If people actually go back and
he was we talked about it that whole season. Why wasn't he getting the targets? And I think a lot of times it's because Jaden rolls the wrong way.
Got to build trust.
Jaden rolls away from him. Yeah.
In Luke's special teams, he plays all over the special. He doesn't just return kicks. He plays everywhere. We need those type of players on this team, and he's willing to stick his head in there. And I don't get Luke's on the bubble. I just don't see that at all.
I doubt it. I think that people are just picking at things to talk about, and Tony doesn't know a damn thing. But
it's been said before, John. It's been said before.
Fans are stupid.
That's where kickoffs ended up, man. That dude takes it to the 40 almost every time. He's this close to breaking them. So I agree. I think that his special teams alone is enough, and he was coming on last year. But we're here to talk about the rest of the draft. So we'll go to the 5th round, the pick that Andy Burrows made, and I don't have his video of him taking the thing. I will say this though, before I show it was Joseph, but here, this is Andy Burrows at the draft. This is first part of our little video series. But by the way, I have a few videos here, but I've still got tons of stuff to cut up. I mean, my God, you guys gave me so much stuff. So here's Andy and Jessy at the draft.
Incredible. Never thought a guy from the UK would be standing on the stage at the NFL draft.
Hey, I'm Ant from the UK. New York Jets. So I'm John McDonald. I'm from the UK.
Pittsburgh. I'll keep this short, like your postseason.
Oh, ouch. From the UK, Scott Hartley.
Hello, Green Bay. Thank you for having me here.
Commander's selection. Please welcome international candidate from the UK.
What's up, Pittsburgh? Thank you so much for your hospitality the last week. I've heard you've got a new rule in now. If you see an international fan of the year, you have to buy him a beer. Big shout out to my family back home, to Lisa and Lois. I love you. To everyone that supported me throughout this little journey, to my man Darren Battams, who had to put his son to rest last Thursday. I'm really sorry I couldn't be there for you. Robbie, this one's for you, brother. With the 147th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, America's team, the Washington Commanders, select Joshua Joseph, defensive end, Tennessee.
I don't know why they had the circus music on, but I
he had some mix-ups in there. I think.
Yeah. Why did you sneak me in there?
Because of what Andy said. That was like the first video that you sent me was Andy going, "I just can't believe that there's a man from the UK going to stand on stage and make a pick," and I'm like, "What you and every other army
last year
to do it?"
I'm not saying depth guy. Like, Luke is more than just a depth guy. He's a special teams.
Yeah,
like, stalwart, you know. I mean, that's not just depth. That's he's on the field. Punt returns, kickoffs. He's on there. The return team and defending. So I don't see that as just depth.
When it comes to wide receiver depth, that usually means to me the two guys that typically won't play, but everybody else plays. You know, they all get in and they all do their thing.
Well, the guys that don't play are the ones that are the special teams aces or have to be special teams aces, which is why McCaffrey obviously has his value.
Of course he is. Andy's in a packed bar and can't hear this. Oh, you're gonna be happy that you can't hear this, Andy. All right. Anyway, so Andy makes the pick. It's Josh Josephs. All right, the edge from Tennessee. So how do we feel about that? We'll start with you, Tony. We'll go counterclockwise.
I like the pick, and for a number of reasons. I think, firstly, there appears to be good value there. I mean, I've read any number of publications pre-draft, and he didn't go down to the 5th round. He's an edge rusher who's going to be under contract for the next 3 or 4 years, which puts him in one of only 2 with OA. Everybody else is unsigned after this season, so there's that there. He's clearly, a developmental player as well. He's very raw. I was reading Mark Bullock today, who does some fantastic breakdowns, and he was highlighting a lot of good stuff that he does, but also the fact that he is incredibly raw. But even that said, he could still be a good situational pass rusher on a limited basis this season. So I think he ticks all the boxes. I think it's a great pick.
Thank you. I tell you what, I think so too, and I think he's going to push Luke McCaffrey for that number 3 wide receiver spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scotty, what do you think of Joseph? I know you like to jump in it right after the Super Bowl, and then you become the college football expert.
No, not really. I'm like Tony. Tony shares the beast with me and other bits of publications, and I've had a good read of it. And realistically, on most boards, he was tagged around about the late 40s, if not early 50s. So he's a 3rd round, value, and we've got him in the 5th. He looked pretty pissed off when he got picked, to be honest with you, which is quite funny. So if he can bring that chip in his shoulder to the Commanders, I'm more than happy. As a designated pass rusher, as Tony said, this is exactly the right type of guy that you need. Young, he's got the length, he's got a good swim move, his arm length is longer than it should be for an edge rusher, so he excels in size range, and he runs a quick 40, so he can get the burst off. It's the ideal Von Miller replacement if you want to take it for what it is. 3rd down situational pass rush, he can get in the rotation, and I'm comfortable with that for a good 2 years. Then you want to see where he is after 2 years and how he's contributing to the team.
Jesse, you got any thoughts on this guy?
Yeah, I mean, time is going to have to tell with him. I think it's a pretty good value, but again, it is a 5th rounder. So he needs to sit back and learn. Like they said, he's going to be the only other defensive end on contract after this year. But one really good thing that I've seen and heard from multiple good sources from him is he has one of the quickest steps. Off the ball. So that's a good start. So he's just going to have to, it's a wait and see type of thing with players like this.
Yeah, obviously he's a developmental guy, but when we've tried to develop Baptiste, I don't think he's really panned out to be much of anything. So yeah, this dude steps in next. There's no way that I could complain about it other than that they had players on the board that they could have drafted that would have made Andy say a lot of vowels in a row. That would have been fun. But I did like it when Andy said that the new ruling is that if you see an international fan, you have to buy them a beer.
Voice went a little bit there, didn't it? Yeah.
Scotty's got
a why did he sound very much American at the end as well?
Because it's funny. He got text messages from his people back home saying that he sounded American as well.
He's He was doing the old. You guys won't get this, John and Jesse, but Scott might. They all remember Steve McLaren when he did the old. When he got in the he got a job in the Netherlands, and in his press conference,
Yes.
like, it's extremely good to be here. Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to being out on the players with a field. Yes. And I go outside and I smoke a pancake.
And everyone's like, what the fuck? This guy's from Middlesbrough.
He's got the broadest northeast accent in the UK you could possibly have.
Andy was only here for 4 days. That was only day 2, right? Day 3. So okay, so Joseph, I mean, none of these picks are anything that I could possibly disagree with, and especially at this part of the draft, because for one, I don't know enough about these players. I'm not going to try to sit here and second guess general managers and scouts about who they're picking at this stage of the draft. However, I will say our next pick in the 6th round might be my favorite pick. Katron Allen is a fucking beast. All right. I mean, he's not a Derrick Henry take over a game, rush for 1,500 yards in a season, 20 touchdowns. He's not that, but he is a hell of a bowling ball that can come in here and can be the Chris Rodriguez role with hopefully more durability, better pop, and better speed. And I tell you what, to come into the running back room that we've got, which is now quite crowded, I can see him on the roster, on the active roster, on the weekly roster. Easy. Anybody disagree with me? I like Katron. I mean, obviously, I'm a Penn State fan, so
I know there's a lot of love.
You were saying pump the brakes for it.
I'm just saying, just for now, everybody's thinking that he's going to split carries with Bill. I don't see that at all.
Well, I mean, all of them will. That's the thing. This is obviously a committee.
I think he's got a good shot of making the active roster. I don't think it's a definite by any.
I do. Well, when I say active roster, what I mean is
kind of said that.
I think he will, because he might not live long on a practice squad. I expect in preseason he'll probably show out pretty well. And there's no other back on the team that we have now that really fulfills what he can do. We don't have a thumb.
I think we can expect maybe a few touches per game, very short yardage. His pass blocking leaves much to be desired.
He's a rookie.
He didn't do that well in college with it. So the number one job of a running back before running the ball is protecting Jaden Daniels. So they're not going to give him too many opportunities to go out there without touching the ball, on passing plays. So that's why I think, if he does make the 53, it's going to be a 2-3 touches a game type of thing. Very short yardage. What is going on, John?
I think you're talking smack there, to be fair. I think his blocking's actually very good for a running back. His blocking's pretty decent. It's miles better than Bill when he came into the league.
I don't know where you're getting that information from, because I'm hearing the total opposite.
It's called watching tape. He's better. He's a lot better than you think he is. I think we've got serious value. If we put all our chips in on a 7th round running back, why? What's wrong with him?
Bill.
No, we have a committee. We've got 5 backs now that can play.
Toss, a toss in the dark. It was because. People tend to forget we had a different starting running back at the beginning of last season that got hurt for the year. It was never supposed to be a Bill show, ever. No. It was an Austin Eckler show all the way. He was our RB1 before he got hurt.
Whatever, all the way till when? Next Tuesday when he's going to have his fucking annual concussion. You know what? I saw this thing about Austin Eckler the other day, and no offense to anybody who's going to feel that this sounds bad and rough, but he's on pace to be ready for September, and I should hope so, because rehabilitation is something he should be very fucking good at by now. God damn, it seems to be all he does.
And I agree.
When we said we're going to start him, it's just not going to last. Whatever, it ain't going to go.
Yep. White's technically on the depth chart RB1. That's that. But I think, as John said before, it's going to be a committee again. He's very good on third down. He's very good on passing, on pass catches. He's he's good. That's what White is going to be, as well as taking reps. Bill's going to take reps, and I think Katron Allen's going to take reps. I think it's going to be all three of them. But from John's point to his point, Chris Rodriguez, where we struggled, man, when we got to 2 or 3 yards out, we couldn't punch the ball in. I think we will get that with Katron Allen.
Well, if it ain't with Katron Allen, what do you think about him, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that this was deemed to be like a historically bad running back draft this year, and yet we're getting fiercely excited over a 6th round pick in a draft where there was like 3 good running backs. So I do think we need to pump the brakes to a certain extent. I think from what I've seen of him, which admittedly is fairly little, he's everything that everybody said. He's strong, he's direct, he's a one-cut back. So in his own running offense, which is what we're looking to run at by all accounts this year, he might be quite good in that. But he's got no pass catching ability or no pass catching background. So you're in serious danger that when he's on the field, you're just telegraphing your intentions a little too much. So I mean, I know he can be Duke. I appreciate that. I understand that. But at the same time, I think that between Bill, Rashad White, okay, he's not signed for big money, but he's your 3rd down back, he's your pass catching back. There will be carries for everybody, but I think people are getting a little bit ahead of themselves in terms of what the expectations are around him.
I mean, I'm just saying he's possibly penciled in as the early runner for MVP. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Scott, I did, and I will take you up on that offer.
They wrote some kind of bet down over there. What is that?
You don't want to know, John. You don't want to know.
All right. Well, if he does become a decent goal line back, because Scotty, you know me, there's nothing more frustrating than when we get inside the 1 and cannot get it in. I get so fucking mad. Y'all are in the chats with me all the time. I'm just like, snap and go, just fucking dive over the top.
Yeah, well, Logan Paul.
That's always my problem, John, is getting it in the 1. Yeah, it's just
it goes all the way back.
Well, Logan Paulson was saying about him today that he's a sort of back. He's not fancy. If it's blocked for 4, he'll get you 5. If it's blocked for 5, he'll get you 6. But don't expect much beyond that.
Well, that's what I'm looking at Matt Gulbin for. What's up, Skins Nation? How you doing? He's correct. We are all guys.
Skins Nation.
Very good observation there. That was good. I would say now Matt Gulbin, interesting pick. We all wanted a center. Every time that we did a mock draft, and of course, as you know, they are practically 100% accurate when it comes down to telling you how players are going to do in the NFL, especially when experts like us do it. But when we got down to around where they picked Matt Gulbin, he was always sitting right there, and we were debating about him. So we never actually picked him, I don't think, in any of our playing around. So what do we think of this guy? I'm kind of happy about it. I think he's big. He's got a fucking square head.
I'm glad we got a center. Don't get me wrong here. I am. And I hope it works out. I'm not going to expect much, at least this season. Now, in 2027, that's going to be a different story. I don't think he sees the field this season. But I mean, he's not very athletic. That's one thing that I'm questioning. And I think in this zone run scheme that we're going to be doing, you need to be able to be athletic. So
can he move laterally?
Yeah. That's the question that I have. But aside that, I'm glad we picked a center. And what do I know? I'm just a fat ass on the couch.
Yeah, I think he's got good. He's a good guard, and he's played a lot of time at guard on both sides, left and right guard. And then obviously this year started 12 games at center. His snaps are very good when you look at him. But
where's his chin?
This is what you want protecting.
That's a tired prop, isn't it? That is a tired prop.
That dude looks like a bag of sack with a suit on it.
Dude, empty sacks don't stand. Come on.
I mean, no neck, no. He's got from the head on down. It's just nothing but square.
I'm buying a Gulbin t-shirt.
If he doesn't make it as a center, Scott, he will make it as a tight head.
Absolutely every day. But no, it's one of them. I've just seen as well. I talked to John about this and Simone on X. I said, what about Graham Glasgow, who's only, I know he's 33, but on a 1-year deal.
Sure.
Would you take someone like that? No, it hasn't retired yet, and I just saw his agent saying that he's talking to teams. So
isn't Ethan Pocic is still out there as well, isn't he?
Poach
Yeah,
is still out
is
there.
out there. He
Again,
might be
I
coming.
wouldn't mind.
He might be
I wouldn't mind
rehabbing an injury though.
I wouldn't mind someone like Glasgow because if he's fit enough, he's still okay. He's 33, he's older, and we want to try and get away from older. I get that, but he should know that system. If we're playing the Detroit Lions style system with David Blau, so I would be quite comfortable with him.
I'm gonna duck after I say this. Okay,
go on.
I think Allegretti's gonna do just fine.
Well, I agree with you. I have no issue.
He's going to be He's going to be our guy.
They seem quite happy. We're talking about who else they can bring in. But they've done nothing that suggests that they've got any concerns about Allegretti.
Yeah.
You know, again, listening to Logan Paulson today, he was saying they've got Allegretti. They'll think Allegretti's going to be fine. They're bringing in Goldwyn for depth, and they also are going to try Brandon Coleman at centre. So
that's it. I heard that too.
And they
if they went Scotty's route,
Jones too,
an aging veteran. You know, people are obviously going to look at the age and go, 33. But for a 1 year guy to come in and play backup in a situation like that, where really would you feel comfortable if Allegretti gets hurt? All right, Coleman, he may not work out at center. He might not. Would you be comfortable bringing in Goldwyn to try to protect Jaden Allen going down the stretch in a potential playoff run? So yeah, for me, a veteran guy to be there just in case, I think that's not bad because it's not going to cost a lot. You know,
no, I think I think Coleman would probably do well. I mean, listen, I've said this to girl before. I'm going to beat a fucking dead drum. Center's one of the easiest, or is the easiest position on the line to play as far as physicality, because I mean, yeah, you got to call out the plays on the line. That is something you got to have somebody with, be very, very smart. But as far as you're not doing a lot of one-on-one blocking, you're helping out depending upon which side the play is going. You're helping out either, your guards, or you're pulling, or you're going one way or the other way. It's not straight on, blocking for the most part. Allegretti was a average guard, not bad, not great. He was an average guard. I think he could be a good center.
Look at the state of that. Dear me, that's like some 12-year-old baby. That's some rookie meal, that, isn't it?
I tell you what, you're in Ireland. Go get one of your neighbors and see if he doesn't look like a potato.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to peel him and make him into chips.
Seriously, that is what you want guarding your quarterback, taking care of your quarterback. Right there is this big farm boy like this. All right, let's see. We got one last pick, and that was Ethan Kaliakmanis. Hey, I said it right. How about that?
Kaliakmanis.
Ethan Kaliakmanis. So, I'm all right with that pick. I know that I said earlier on that I was whatever, but whatever. Who cares? You're not picking a starter in the 7th round, regardless of how lucky some teams have gotten, once upon a time. It's just not a developmental quarterback. We all saw Sam Hartman last year. Come on. I mean, if they'd have drafted a dog to come in and do better.
Time for the wash and go commercials.
If Sam Hartman wasn't Sam Hartman, I would have wanted him to come in other than Josh Johnson last year. But since Sam Hartman was Sam Hartman, I'd rather have, if we're down to our 3rd fucking quarterback,
right? It's a disaster again.
Let's get some new blood. See if we can get some developmental. Maybe he'll play well, and then we can trade him fucking for.
If he goes out in a preseason game and manages to get away with less than 4 interceptions, he's way ahead of what Hartman was.
Yeah.
Hartman's going to be out. Yeah. He's going to get some sort of commercial deal on TV selling like white flannel shirts.
No, he's got the Hugo Boss. He's next in line for Hugo Boss.
He's a handsome man.
Commercial. He is a handsome.
Not that. I see him dressed in a freaking FedEx shirt delivering a package. Hi,
the writing's on the wall with Hartman when they brought in the likes of Josh Johnson and Driscoll back, skipping him over. Not even dressing him. So, he's gone.
His best attribute was that he could remember everyone's coffee order. Nobody had to tell him in the morning. He could do it.
I agree. I agree with drafting a quarterback. I think when we did one of our mock drafts, I think I was all for drafting Cole Payton.
I think didn't we draft a quarterback?
We did. We did because I sort of said I think that 5th, 6th round is worth investing in. personally, I mean, I know they obviously like this guy because they brought him in, didn't they, before? And he
was on Top Golf. Yeah,
he won Top Golf. He won Top Golf, and that was the prize for winning Top Golf because you get drafted.
Oh, that's it.
So
they should have let Andy say his name.
Yeah, no, but that would have been funny.
Oh, I love that.
No, but I mean, Garrett Nussmeier was still there. So, I mean, Nussmeier, as much as apparently he's a bit of a numpty, has a much higher ceiling. I'd have taken Nussmeier.
So.
No, obviously not. That's fine. That's the sort of.
But I think it was a medical issue with Nussmeier. There was something wrong with his spine.
I mean, he had a cyst on his back, but
he's
you can pop that off.
Nussmeier has undoubtedly got a far higher ceiling, but like you said, Jesse, they know better than we do. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here. I got some goofy stuff here. All right, this one I don't know what all this is. This is just the last thing I threw together before I could get here today. This is just a mix of shit of you guys in the crowd doing whatever it is we were doing. So let's see.
He met Andy Burrows. He used to hate it.
Yeah.
And now he's got all up with it and started watching college football so he can know who all these fucking players are.
It might help.
My outro takes a little bit of time there. Sweet Caroline, fuck all of you people for singing that goddamn song. I hate that song more than any.
When you're 7 cannons deep.
Nope. I'm the dude. When I'm 7 cannons deep, I might take out a gun and shoot at the person who's playing it.
It's a boxing song now, isn't it? It's always at the boxing or the darts.
No, it's a sporting event, man.
It's just been overkilled.
Yeah, it's the crowd. It's called a crowd pleaser.
Crowd pleaser.
What
gets them going, man?
Involved, they will do. I mean, this is show business.
Provocative, and gets them going.
Sorry. Of all the songs, I just hate that one. It has driven me crazy. I never liked Neil Diamond. I don't like anything that Neil Diamond has ever done.
Neil Diamond can suck my crack, but
yeah. So
when they did Zombie by the Cranberries in Dublin last year, and 75,000 people sang along to that was cool.
Well, now if I could stand out in the crowd and go zombie, zombie.
It wasn't that bit they were singing to, really. But
that's the part you sing to.
It was. I must have been in the crowd too often when Caroline gets played. It's like
special meaning to the folks out in Ireland.
It does, to be fair.
I understand that. I'm just making fun of how she sounds when she sings it. Just kind of like, I don't care what you play. Like I said, you could play Zombie. I don't give a shit as long as it's not Sweet Caroline.
I mess with Dolores.
I hate it. So fuck y'all for listening to that. Anyway, here's some more fun. Here, this is okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably still drunk.
That's absolutely Cheers. That was good. Shot number 3 of 10. How many pints of Yangling? Yangling. I'm not doing this again. No. I'm going to bed fucking early tonight. I don't give a shit what the fuck that asshole says. Good night, mate. Let's go. That's the next night. Let's go.
Roger Goodell, all the fans are here. There's Mr. Andrew Burrows, the international.
She gave hers away.
The Red Bull gives me heartburn.
Woo!
You know when they say wink when you're in trouble?
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
Good day, mate. You're short and Take your medicine.
Swear to God.
I'm still hungover.
Was that a little glass of white wine you were drinking there?
No, it was
You made the white wine face. You made
no. That was it. Was cider. They have to put cider. That it's. I asked. I said, "Can you put it in a regular glass?" He's like, "No, we have a deal with the cidery. We have to use their glasses." Yeah, it was the cider.
Whatever. You look like a little fruit drinking it.
It's called Arsenal.
Arsenal,
or the little ones.
There's one where I'll tell you what. If you watch Burgundy, like Jägermeister. You get a say.
Oh yeah, no, we drank all the Jägermeister, so we were doing cherry bombs instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
You watch Burroughs with the beer. The man drinks like a bird. That's why he can drink so much. Because when he takes a drink, he barely touches his lips to it. He doesn't fucking drink it. He just. Boop. Anyway,
he's a lot of talk when it comes to his drinking alcohol.
Is he really? Is he really? Is that what it sounds like to me? Well, I'll tell you what. When he gets drunk, certain things happen.
They're about to kiss. Oh, I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you. I love you. No, dude, I love you. I love you.
Keep it gay, keep it light, keep it fresh, keep it fair. Let it bloom every night. Give it room. Never stand still. Keep your love a lovely dream and never wake it. Come on, Mike. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
They're about to kiss. Oh, I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you. I love you. No, dude, I love you. I love you.
Keep it gay, keep it light, keep it fresh, keep it fair. Let it bloom every night. Give it room. Never stand still. Keep your love a lovely dream and never wake it. Come on, Mike. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
There you go. I had to put the disclaimer on there. So I did not include some videos that would have really made that thing work, but I mean, I do not want videos of Jesse teabagging Keith on my phone. I almost accidentally had that opened up at work. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want this. What the hell's going on here? So anyway, there's our fun at the draft. Do I have anything left? Oh yes, I have some international fans that we can have fun with. All right, so people are gonna, whatever. I don't care. We do have a piece of video though. That Mexican girl that farted that was her in your bed, right? Jesse on mute. Or am I on mute?
No, he's not on mute.
He's just not commenting.
He's not commenting.
Yeah. The Red Bull gives her gas or whatever. But we have video of her walking ahead of you going, I'm not even from Mexico. So I don't know. We'll see what that's all about. But this one I kind of find is fun. Listen, we got 2 Germans, an Irish guy, and a Mexican guy on this. And
it's going to be a joke, surely.
Oh, the German dude. We are going to invade your stadium.
2 Germans, an Irishman, and a Mexican.
Message to all the other 31 franchises here in front of me. See you on the road, in your stadiums, at our 49ers invasions. Let's go!
Welcome to the Irish Institute of Music and Song here in Ireland. I'm singer-songwriter Gavin James, and the pick is in.
Oh, nice. Wow.
With the 120th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Denai Dennis Sutton, defensive end, Penn State.
Go back up!
Go back up!
Big shout out to the second international fan, the second most international fan from the Carolina Panthers. It's my little dog Frida. She can't be here tonight.
Hello, I'm sorry. With the 141 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Kamari Renzel, DB-USC.
So there you go. There's some fun with the international fans.
The Irish guy is a very famous singer.
He is a
Gavin
singer,
James. He's really good.
And to have that on the harp was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see that at the time.
Rich Eisen was very funny with the Mexican guys. As soon as he got off, he went, give that man a lozenge.
I know.
Yeah.
You could hear him laugh when the guy went, peak with the peak. you could hear Eisen laughing.
Jesse said he was hammered.
That
Everyone, all of them were. We all were.
That's funny. He was up there hammered. I like the other German guy. We are coming to invade your stadium, and the other guy who we left home is little dog Frida.
Germans invading people. That's not something they should be bragging about.
We got some shit
on the stage. Frida. All right. Anyway, has you got anything left?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I'm to the point where I am spent. All right, so we've discussed the entire draft. We've had some fun with the draft. I hope those were enjoyable. I thought it was kind of fun. We still have some more stuff that we can use, but not today. And I will tell you what, I don't know what our schedule is going to be coming up here in May. When do mini camps happen?
Next week. The rookie mini camp next week.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unless anything happens, I don't see any need to really have to jump in here and talk about 4-second videos.
2 weeks off.
Yeah, take a couple weeks off at least. And then, yeah, probably in June, we'll take a couple of weeks off too, because nothing fucking happens. And I need time to decompress and put all this stuff together for next year. Because, Tony keeps bugging me. Am I on the show? Are you going to put me in the
opening? To be honest, we might as well just delete Max off.
So I got to make these things,
Whipped.
Got to get that leprechaun outfit sorted, John.
Hey, look, if you've been enjoying the show, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, all that kind of good stuff. We would do it for you, and we do. And I appreciate that, man. This year we have picked up quite a few subscribers, and I really like that. It's nice to see that people are enjoying what we do, even if they come in thinking they're going to get an LBGQ Keith hour, I guess. Is that what we could call it? The LGBTQ Keith hour.
Well,
I mean, I hope we at least...
we should make that the sponsor whenever Keith comes on.
There we go.
By
LBGQ by Abner Woo Industries. Anyway, we hope that rubbed your shaft the right way. And let's see, something till the ukulele figure out the chat. I was down to the ukulele figure out the chat. I don't know. What the hell is he talking about? Scott G. I don't know.
I don't know.
Must be a good night somewhere.
I think you know what he is. He's upset because the chat gets split. So yeah, I'm talking to you, StreamYard, and on behalf of our good friend Scott G, who is the technical critic of the show. If I give everybody a vertical stream, which is what everybody seems to watch, and I give them also a horizontal stream so they can watch it on a desktop, which some do, then the chat gets split and people don't see what other people are writing. So that gets kind of annoying. So
there's two different streams though. There is the
and it's two different chats.
Well, see, I know, but they're both the same. They're both coming off of Bleeding Burgundy. I don't put them on Bang Cartoon anymore.
No, we know that. But what happens is it streams independently to different streams. So because I'm subscribed to you, I get two different things.
Oh yeah, I know.
The show is on in half an hour.
Chat. So StreamYard, figure it out.
So it splits the chat. So that's what he's saying. He can't interact with obviously if he's on his phone watching it, but he can interact with us if he's watching on like a laptop or a desktop or something like that.
I can get both streams through my phone.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, it comes through, and you just got to pick. It will give you the icon, which one's the vertical, which has the phone.
Sounds to me like Scott G is slacking over there, and you could be working both streams. Even, if you really want to talk to everybody.
I don't watch it up, and even when I'm watching YouTube's on my phone, I always turn it to the side.
Yeah, anyway. I mean you should. That's just how television is meant to be produced. Yeah. Even though for whatever reason you shot every video at the draft in the vertical. I don't know why.
It's so much easier when you're walking around doing that instead of turning it to the fucking side and trying to fucking hold it. Yeah.
Well, we purpose Deluxe puts up that there are two chats, one's more active than the other, and we put that up there because the people who end up in the other chat that's not quite so active, well, we want to see if they can figure out their way out. There's a piece of cheese at the other end of the maze, so you're gonna have to go find it. All right, so we'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we'll talk to you all then. I hope you had a good time, and until the next time, we'll see you all later. Oh, look, Scotty's waving. I see Bobby.